one shot.
Today, from U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis, it's Week 18 of the NFL on EA Sports. Taking on the Green Bay Packers.
Evan McPherson has this one teed up, and we are underway from downtown Minneapolis. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. And a look here now at their fourth-year quarterback.
He had the numbers of a game last week that if you win, you talk about him being a gritty guy, managing the game, getting it done. But they lost. So obviously 2 interceptions, 1 touchdown pass, that's not going to be good enough. Got to get that changed around.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Well, this defense for the Packers, they played really well in that win last week against Miami.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
Now this throw caught left side. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
We expected this defense to be tested by this passing game coming into this one, and there's an example on this first possession of the game.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's first and 10 just outside the 30. Hands it off out of the gun. And a short gain down to about the 33. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be brought down at the 27. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Touchdown, Vikings! Drake London. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Vikings will jump on top for the game's first score here this afternoon. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. That time, 75-yard drive, 5 plays. And it was finished off by a touchdown catch from Drake London. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And a couple yards deep, he'll go to a knee. He won't return it. And they'll take it out to the 25. So now it's the Packers' turn to go on offense for the first time. They're led by the #1 overall pick in the 2021 draft, Trevor Lawrence.
And despite the 3 touchdown passes he threw, there's a lot to work on this week, wasn't there?
Oh, ton of interception.
Yeah, I mean, when you're going really with almost a 1-to-1 ratio, that's not going to work for you well at all. Not over the long haul. The beauty, though, somehow found a way to win.
Yeah, they still got the win last week. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a first down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them.
And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. Touchdown, Packers. Jamar Chase. 62 yards. And the Packers are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own. Well, Charles, here in their opening series, they said they had certain plays scripted for certain players. That looked like a well-designed play to get one of their top targets involved.
Yeah, let's face it, Brandon. A player of his talent is a problem for any opponent to defend, and we saw it right there. They tried to deny an open lane to him. He still outplayed the coverage and scored the early touchdown. Good luck trying to figure out how to defend him as this game moves on.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. The Vikings taking the field here for their second drive of the game. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
They go over the middle, and it's complete to start the drive. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. These two teams met up earlier in the year, back in week 4. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. 2nd and 6. And this one complete to Smith. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
I know they may be jumping the gun a little bit, but 7-7, they're flinging it around like crazy. Look at the drive that's going on here. Partner, we may have to start thinking about one of these defenses just holding someone to a field goal and maybe trying to get an advantage that way.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
And just a yard to go here on 2nd down. Looking to throw. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Cole Holcomb. And the Packers will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. So problems with errant passing continuing. Remember, he threw 2 picks in the loss last week and now another here in this first quarter.
And sometimes, partner, this is the result of a quarterback who's simply trying to do too much. Feels like he's trying to make up for what he did last week, and he can't do it all on one throw.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they, if you just look at this game, Charles, on paper, they've got the edge, no doubt. They're hanging around the top of the NFC. On the other side, you got a squad that's towards the bottom of the NFC. But when we mentioned that to the coaches, they were having no part of it.
Yeah, and I like how you said when we mentioned it. In fact, I mentioned it, and I upset them a little bit, didn't I? Because they wanted no part of that one, and I was reminded, like a 5-year-old, this is the NFL. Any given Sunday, anything can happen. They are guarding against the upset.
They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. Looking to throw, Lawrence. And it's incomplete, broken up. But there is a flag down. Let's see what that's about. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
It's caught inside the 25. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. That's good for 28 yards.
But I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. Eluding the pressure right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down.
I thought there at the end he may have had a chance to release that, but that pocket closed a little too quickly, and down he went.
Yeah, he was certainly trying to do everything he could to extend the life of the play, probably counting in his head 1, 2, and then he ran out of time.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. To try again after the sack. Lawrence.
And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Off the play fake, here's Lawrence.
Looking for the end zone. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Well, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
On for the field goal now is Evan McPherson.
From the right hash. This from 45 yards away.
McPherson's kick is good.
And they take the lead here now at 10-7.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down.
And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's 2nd down.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. It's a pickup of 6. Back to throw now on first down. He finds his man, complete. It's Norris.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. On play action, they'll throw. They'll roll him out right.
And they'll work this down inside the 30.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. But nowhere to throw it, decided to scramble, and a nice job, CD. Got the yardage that he needed.
Yeah, and his teammates are certainly going to appreciate that effort, even if his coaches don't, because they would have wanted him to slide and protect himself. But he chose team gain over personal protection.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20.
3 yards remain for 2nd down.
They're going to look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
And the Vikings are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And a little bit of space there takes it inside the 5 to the 3. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal.
They'll try again. And not a whole lot there as they'll get him down at about the 2.
Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And he's going to be swallowed up and taken down. Sacked back at the 5-yard line.
Kenny Clark in there to get him for a loss of 3, and it will be 4th down.
That's quite a stand there defensively. A huge sack on 3rd down, and that's going to force him into a field goal attempt.
And his kick is indeed good, and that will knot us up at 10.
So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Jamar Chase hoping to be at center stage yet again as the offense returns to the field.
For him, what an accomplishment in this game, surpassing the 2,000-yard mark. And all the time we talk about these guys out wide like him that are so athletic and can do so many things. But take us a little deeper. How has he done it this year?
Well, you helped with this because when we sat down with him before the game and discussed his season, and you said to him, okay, I have a vision that you, similar to a pitcher, change up a lot of things, right? Different arm angles, different slots that a pitcher would do. You do that with your route running and all that. And I loved his response. He said, yeah, I do that. But one of his best friends is a world-ranked tennis player. And he talked about serves and how you change up, take pace off, do different things. And he incorporated that into his route running.
On 3rd down, Lawrence.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 1st down now, but the clock continues to move.
They go play action with Lawrence. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield, and it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play, and guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. There for the sack, B.J. Hill.
And we all know how talented this guy is who's calling the signals for him, but even the best in the game, they can struggle against a good, cohesive zone coverage. Can't find a gap in the secondary quick enough, and he ends up taking a sack.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Open man is Godwin. It's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow him to convert a 3rd and 18.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out.
McPherson's kick is good.
And that will do it for this first half. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. It's all down to this. Week 18 of the NFL regular season. Lots to be decided, so let's get right to it. We'll start up at TIAA Stadium in Jacksonville. And it's the Lions who hold on to the lead in that one. Cortland Sutton, a touchdown reception. From there, we head a little further north up to Atlanta. Check on the Falcons at home at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And they've got the lead in their matchup with the Tampa Bay Bucks. Michael Woods, a touchdown reception. Lastly, let's get to the Windy City. See what's happening with the Bears at home at Soldier Field. And they were winners in their ball game over the visiting Buffalo Bills. Sam Ehlinger, excellent in the W, as his guys get victory number 12.
Only 2 quarters of football left in the regular season. Everybody's excited to get to the playoffs, so excited that we're just going to skip right over halftime and get back to the action.
So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the 3rd quarter.
Taken at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Packers ready to go to start quarter number 3. This offense set to begin the 3rd quarter. And, Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one. So now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game. And down the stretch, being able to be balanced, either throw it or run it, and try and win this ball game.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Lawrence. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Trying to get it to Chase, but it's intercepted. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football.
That is a tough way to start the third quarter. You get the football, hoping to drive it down, put it in the end zone, and take the lead. Instead, they give them the football.
And I think the key here is for them to not get discouraged. That is not how they drew it up, not how they saw it in their minds. But there's a long way to go in this game. You know, they've just got to find a way to come back one play at a time. Yes, it's a cliche, but they can get it done.
2nd and 4. He finds his man, complete. It's Norris.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Now back to throw. That's complete right around the 8. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver.
And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. They'll try to run this one in. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great effort there.
With his 13th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Vikings have retaken a third quarter lead.
Extra point splits the uprights. And that will make this a 4-point game. That time a 6-play drive. And it all culminates in a touchdown for Minnesota.
Taken at about the 1. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch him.
He's got a man, complete. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. Now a give left side to Falk. And down inside the 35 he goes to the 32-yard line. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Play action. It's Lawrence. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Lawrence.
The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack.
Brian Burns able to get him down for a loss of 11, and it brings up 4th down. McPherson's kick is good.
And that'll bring him back within a point.
Charles, even as long field goals become more and more common, this is still very rarefied air. Only just over 20 field goals have been kicked from 60 yards or further, and you can add his name to the list now.
And as calm as he tried to present himself, There's no doubt there were some nerves as he lined up to attempt that kick. But once the ball was snapped, he just swept the leg and boom, over the crossbar.
And now out comes Minnesota. And they had the touchdown during the last drive, and I'm guessing that you like the balance they had on that last drive.
And I loved it. Forget liking it. Absolutely love what they were doing, because to be ahead of a defense that much, where every play call you have, run or pass, is working pretty well for you.
Makes you look like a genius.
It really does. It also lets you know that your preparation was pretty good, and now the defense has to do all the adjusting.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. 2nd and 2. Throw left side complete. That's Norris. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Here's a handoff out of the gun.
And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. He'll be stopped shy of the 45 despite a great move. 2 yards on the pickup there. 3rd and 7 now.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
They'll look to throw. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get him 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Now Lawrence to throw. He's going to have the hook up here to Chase.
And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 44-yard line. They'll give to Falk up the middle. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss.
On play action, Lawrence.
Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Lawrence picked by his former teammate at Clemson, Andrew Booth. And the Vikings will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
Another important fourth-quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Partner, for once in my life, I'll be succinct. In a one-possession game, every single stop like that could be a difference maker.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
The Vikings on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. Hasn't been his best afternoon on the ground, far from it, but a critical third down conversion.
This afternoon just got better. All right, you're exactly right. Hasn't been his best in terms of yardage, but that run there, that's the one your teammates look to you and go, okay, that's what we want from you. That's what we need. Now they have a chance to keep moving forward and a chance to win the game. I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Quay Walker in there to drop him for a loss on the play. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. Back to throw. Hauled in over the middle by Rager. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is third down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he wisely will throw that one away.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to get the lead up to 4. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And this one will not work out. It is incomplete. It would have been a long field goal. The fake doesn't work out. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop.
I remember being taught that cliches have become so for a reason. A lot of times they're true, right? What's that they used to tell us about letting sleeping dogs lie? Well, this one wasn't sleeping. Maybe it was just slumbering a little bit. But taking that gamble there, you've got the lead. You may have ignited them now. They stopped you.
That's exactly right. If you take the points, he's got a man complete. And it's a Packers touchdown. Chris Godwin, his 104th career touchdown, one shy of Tim Brown on the all-time list. And the Packers use the defensive breakdown to take the lead away here in the 4th. All right, now a big two-point conversion attempt still to come. They'll try and run it here. And he will get into the end zone for the 2 points, and that helps. That gives them a 7-point lead. Needed a couple yards for the 2-point try. They go to the ground game, and it works.
And sometimes it's the exact right thing to do because a lot of teams play you for the pass, so you spread people out, decide to run the football. You often find good running lanes.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They'll come out throwing here on first down. It's caught. Smith. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. They'll set up a throw.
It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's third down. The Vikings in the hurry up. They're hustling up to the line. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. First down now, but the clock continues to move. Back to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. He's got Smith here. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game. He's back to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's not quite going to get to the marker. It'll be a gain of 8 on 3rd and 10. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Here we go on 4th down. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. One crisis averted, but they still need to move hastily. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. Back to throw. Trying to improvise. Over the middle to Smith.
And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. This one came right down to the wire. And CD, they had that one final chance to try to navigate their way into the end zone, but couldn't get it done to avoid the loss.
Yeah, and how about the defense there? Because while they had one final look at the end zone, the defense made sure they knew what they were doing on the last play, executed it flawlessly, and no flags. Because remember, if there's a defensive penalty, there's one play left in the game that the offense gets. They didn't allow that to happen.
So for Green Bay,
they finish things off in style, putting a